Hello and good day, Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Pamela.
I'm Tim.
And we are from supergoodcamping.com. We're here because we are on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy camping adventures such as we have as a family. Today, because we are the tree huggers that we are, we wanted to just talk a little bit about trying to be maybe a little more eco-conscious when we're traveling to and or from camping.
Yeah, there's a few things that we as a community do that I think are counter to our values, maybe. And I get it. So maybe more than anything, I will offer up a few things that we could lessen our carbon footprint. But probably more than anything, this is an invitation to educate me, offer suggestions on we're destination specific. So that's a bit of an issue. In order to go far away from other people, it involves jumping in a car as often as not, burning a bunch of gas. Although, hopefully at some point we're starting to see more electric cars out there or trucks or whatnot. That's how you get to the places that we like to hike and camp and canoe and do all the things. I have seen that, people buddy up, which is great. Instead of each of us driving a car, two people, one car, away you go. There are things like Parkbus, which is a service here in Ontario, and I think they're in BC as well, where it's they go, okay, we're going to go to these three places on this day. We drop people off. Some of them are day hikes, what have you. Some of them we'll drop you off. We'll pick you up in 3 days. We're going to come back through in 3 days and you can jump back in. I'm sure that things like getting your canoe in the overhead luggage bin isn't going to happen, but I'm also sure that they're pretty smart cookies. I've been watching them since they started back. I don't even know now. At hazard 5-6 years, something like that. And I'm sure that they have setups with like an outfitter, Algonquin Outfitters or whoever, whatever, wherever they're dropping you. So you could take your tent and your sleeping bag and a bunch of food and rent the canoe and a PFD or what have you from the outfitter. There are train rides that you can take, but as a general rule, you have to drive to the very remote place to get on the train and then take the train from there. But that would be a less carbon footprint sort of thing.
There's fly in, but that's very not good.
It gets you to very cool places, but yeah. Again, burning fuel, and that's the one I keep. It's like we're trying to not burn the planet down. We're trying to save nature and stuff like that, and yet here we are. We're huge. We commit a lot of atrocities with vehicles. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Educate me. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, we'd love any input if anybody can come up with any other ideas. So carpooling to camping, that would be better than single people going, or even just two people going in two different vehicles.
It cuts the number of vehicles and the amount of emissions down in half, right?
Absolutely. So that would be awesome. I mean, if we could all afford green vehicles, we'd love that. But at the moment, it's not in everyone's
They're a little
budget.
pricey. Yeah.
Teleportation would be awesome if somebody could figure that out.
That's what I need to work on.
Jeez,
I'm the cloning machine.
Disappointed in all my life that nobody's come up with that yet.
Come on, Star Trek has it figured out. Why can't we?
Yes. And then, otherwise just trying to go closer to home, I suppose. But that's, the good places are the faraway ones. So where the beauty really lies is often not super close to the big cities like us.
Yeah. And another one that I don't know what the answer is. Single-use plastics. For those of us that go into the backcountry, vacuum packed meals, dehydrated vacuum packed meals. So you're either buying them off the shelf, backpacker's pantry or something, whatever. There's a whole bunch of different manufacturers, OTG meals, it's so far as I understand, it's still a single use piece of plastic, and then you're bringing it out, which is great, and recycling. But part of the three R's, right? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Recycle is the last thing. So, we've got I don't know what you call it, a food saver, like a vacuum machine with rolls of plastic, and it makes them small, and it doesn't add a lot of weight to it and stuff like that. But I feel I do better now. I don't burn it like I used to. I do still pack it out, but it comes back to recycling. I don't know. I would like to know a better way to reduce it. Is there a bagging system that I don't know that still isn't heavy, and I can use it for the next trip, like repack with whatever.
Well, and along those lines too, like reducing, maybe being able to rehome your camping gear. Everybody likes to get new stuff, but if we can rehome the things that are, well, your Amazon history would speak.
Would point out that I'm a liar.
But yeah, so being able to rehome some of your camping gear, if it's stuff that's still usable, that maybe it's not the top of the line, or maybe it's not all spanking new, but somebody else could certainly get some use out of it. So rather than everybody's purchasing new stuff or throw away things, if we can buy, sometimes if the budget allows, better quality so that it's something that lasts longer, not something that you're just going to get a season or two out of and then it's going to end up in the garbage.
There's a lot of, I have mentioned this more than once before. There's a ton of different Facebook groups, camping related, whether it's used gear buy and sell. Even if it was, there's backcountry ones, there's front country ones. I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty easy to figure out a way to rehome your gear if you're making that upgrade. Yeah, that's a perfect word for it. Or you found that you bought something that it's too narrow for you or whatever, right?
Well, we certainly have had that happen, right? It was a well-reviewed tent and got it, and it's like, oh, we can't sit up in this even.
Yep, and I'm too old to not be able to do that. There are not Instagram groups, but threads. What's the new one? Blue Sky. I'm sure that sort of stuff is those communities are going to happen in those areas.
In the offline community, there's always thrift shops. So if it's something you don't need to recoup any of the money out of,
right,
donating it to a thrift shop, Value Village.
Or even, there are programs we do. We help out a bit with a food insecurity group sort of deal through a local organization. I'm pretty sure through them we could, if I had gear to unload to housing insecure folks, they could probably help us out with that. So
sleeping bag that still has some life in it, or a tent.
Or a tent that. But although I tend to ride those things right to the end. I just have a bunch of them. That's
We're riding them all.
That's how I get more life out of my tents, by just rotating through them. Right? It's the plastic one bugs me a lot, because I haven't been able to figure that one out at all. Like I can, we can pack 4 people in 2 canoes, whatever, and make the car ride be less bad, but I can't. I don't know how to do the plastic thing.
Well, on the plus side with the dehydrating your own food, sealing it in the plastic, at least there's less food waste. So things that might be like not going to get used in the next little while before it goes off, then it can get dehydrated and stored for future camping.
Right. I do that. If we have leftover, who knows, whatever, or a mango that's like, that's going to go off in the next couple of days. I'll slice that puppy up and dehydrate that, and it'll be a nice snack next July. Yeah, that's it. Send us your suggestions. We'll do a future episode with everybody's ideas, and maybe make the world a better place.
Yeah, maybe we can collaborate on trying to figure out what's the best way to reduce our carbon footprint when it comes to camping.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking Riley has managed to do that by going to heck with it. I'm out of the city. I'm going to move closer to where I'm going to be doing those things. So I won't drive so much.
And I believe that was Camper Christina's modus operandi too, was like, I'm going to live somewhere where it's close to where I can camp.
Because I can get out the door quicker. And yeah, absolutely. So but that's it. That we're all just going to move up north. and then we'll carpool from there.
Awesome.
All right.
That's it for us for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please do tune in again soon. And if you would like to reach out to us, we are on all the social media, including Blue Sky. And you can always email us at hi@supergoodcamping.com. That's hi@supergoodcamping.com. And you can leave a comment on our YouTube channel if you want to have some input as to how we could maybe reduce our carbon footprint and do better with reduce, reuse, recycle for camping. And we will talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.